Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Edenwood, issue number 3 from Image Comics by Tony S. Daniel. Yeah, we're going to continue the series. I enjoyed the first two, but this book has something in it that I want to talk about. So without further ado, let's dive in. So it seems that this boy is, the apprentice of Bastille. This is in the past, by the way, and years ago, and the mission is to free a half vampire guy because I believe a sorceress is his husband, and that's the mission. We're gonna free him, but so they go during daytime, but it seems that the vampires has coated himself with stuff, and basically it's just one giant killing action scene here. Um, so this woman in red, who is this boy's friend, a little bit of recap. This boy was searching for a girl. They vanished. There's time jumps in there. Time is free flowing, so that means that some people are older and even younger than the other ones. It's a magical world, but also in our time. So there's this magic, medieval stuff, but also modern stuff in here. I like that particular stuff, but it's also a little bit confusing, and that confusion is also in this book a lot. So she says, "You bloody bitch, you led us into a trap. A prisoner exchange is not a trap. It is if you don't tell us about it. My plan was working flawlessly until Bastille drew first blood, right? You arranged to swap Bastille's armor for your stupid husband. You set us up to be slaughtered. Don't let her out of your sight, lexicon. We can trust her." Bastille here has, a stake through his heart, and he's dying, right? And so this young boy is just, killing vampires over and over. And, Lexington isn't sure if she's going to kill her, although they are working together. They're probably friends, right? And she says, "Hey, you would have done the same if you were me. You are not so high and mighty with your morals. We both know that." I'm coming to that particular betrayal scene a little bit later. So he says, "Gundel, did you know there was a setup? Elena assured me the clan members would be no match for her husband once he was freed. Vladgo is half-blood vampire with legend status, befitting the greatest demon killers." So this is her husband. He's already freed. How does he get freed? I don't know, because we didn't saw it. Okay, so this is a rescue mission, and this guy is already free. So did we just skip a very interesting part of the mission? Probably. All right. So these are two together, right? So she says, "Where's Henrietta?" Well, it seems that Henrietta is a monster girl, and she can grow and breathe fire and killing all these vampires, right? And then she is turning into a little girl again. And there's some kind of a reunion, right? The family reunion was not on my bingo card. If Bastille dies, I'm holding you both responsible. Please forgive my betrayal, mademoiselle. I have faith. The plan would be a success for all. Right, so we have a monster girl now. Okay, no explanation, nothing. Where did she come from? Was she already there? Don't know. Anyway, so he says the Dreven, that is, I believe, the vampire clan, right, that kidnapped this guy. He says, we'll soon be rising and setting his houndsmen upon us. We must cross the poison river and reach the dungeons before we run out of time. Bastille is dying thanks to your stupid wife lives. She promised to lead us to the Black Lakes trio. That's their mission, by the way. We're not crossing any goddamn rivers with you. I was not extending the invitation. So he says, I have people to rescue, so I'm going to do my mission. So the demons you seek were last seen entering the battlelands of contrition. All right, so basically they are splitting up. But then, so she says, I understand what mother would do for her child. Why didn't you trust me enough to tell me the truth? Because you were part of the exchange. They wanted you amongst their ranks. You have swiftly become legend worthy. Okay. So she wants to sacrifice her for a kid. Okay. Isn't there another way to do it? I don't know. Right? I mean, this was some kind of a stealth mission to get her. Okay. So they are splitting up, right? But then Bastille is dying, and so this guy says, "Hey, I can turn him into a vampire, then he will be healed." But then this woman says, "No, there are things you don't know about this one. He cannot be turned. We can still save him if they help Henrietta." So she's doing the same thing as in issue number 2 of in issue 2 to say, "Hey, we're gonna help you, but you need to how do you say save my husband, and then I'm gonna help you." Now her husband is saved, and now she says, "Oh yeah, we can save him, and now you have to do something for us again." That doesn't stroke well with me. Anyway, so it seems that they need to go to the White Forest. There is a sorceress called Aginti. She will banish her curse. She also has the power to heal vampire hexes. So Bastille says, "Hey, let's go." All right. And then they are going into this White Forest thingy. And then there's some interaction between the boy and his childhood friend that is now older than him. And she says, "Hey, about the moral thing a while back, what was that all about?" And she says, "You can't survive Edenwood by being weak. You have to cut the dead weight if it means living or dying. And there are so many ways to cut the dead weight." Hinting about Bastille because he's on the verge of dying, right? But he says, "Well, I owe him my life. And if he dies, I will find the Black Lakes trio, kill them, and take back the book they stole on my own." So the book is important because there is a map in the book that leads us to a certain location. I believe Bastille has friends or soldiers. They are pretty powerful that can take on the evil in the world or something like that. But then this young girl that is 11 years old is, have profanity in her words, says, "Shut the fuck up," and "shut up," and swearing a lot, which is a little bit weird, right? I mean, she's just 11-year-old girl. This whole swearing and profanity doesn't fit an 11-year-old girl at all. Another gripe, right? And so she says, "We are getting close." And then we switch to the now. And there is these two, they are governors. He's sitting there naked, right? Both of them, I guess, are well clothed. And there's something wrong with this child, right? And she doesn't like this child. And he says he's deranged. And he says, "Commander Evaniel is here to see you." Then suddenly he is clothed while she is not. So I believe this guy is the main bad guy of the story, but I'm not entirely sure. And he says, "Hey, I see things are progressing out here since my last visit. How's the boy?" "Wonderful. And things are looking up in Congress as well. I gain a few allies, thank you." So he says, "After Otto came into your life," that's the boy here, "you've gone from deputy mayor to governor within 6 months. But then he says, well, Otto brought us a lot of fortune, but we are not sure if it's right that he is with us." Basically, they want to dump this boy, right? So Commander Evaniel says, "The child has been assigned to you until you reach your full potential. Then he will return to Necronema. Will he serve our queen? Surely you not having regrets as adoptive parents. Just look, you just could easily be thrown down here with the vermin. But you're not. You're up here with me, helping determine their fates." So a little bit blackmailing here. But, self-interest and all that. Now we're getting into the territory that aggravates me a little bit, but I'm coming to that particular part. So I'm going to read the story first, then we're going to tackle it. "The first wave came with me and are hungry for blood by tonight. The witch leadership will be bleeding from every artery." So he says, "I gave the name of the locations of every demon killer. The South Tower is now vulnerable. It won't take much to overthrow the Witch Queen. But there's something equally important, a tome of legends and maps. It said it contains information that jeopardizes the security of Necronema. Sorry. Yeah, the tome is in the Hall of Protections, but I have ways to gain access. I was counting on that. You see, this tome is very important to me. It was stolen by a mass murderer. A young man named Rion Astor. That's this guy, not Bastille, but this guy, right? And he says that he killed his 3 sons. Now, are you a mass murderer if you are killing 3 people? No, and yeah, I'm need to slow down. Okay, so let's wrap this up. I understand that the tome is encrypted by a spell, but the witch is saying that killing Rion would release the spell. However, I have learned that Rion has left the tower in search of someone or something. All right, and then we see Rion here talking to his childhood friends, that they are lost each other and they become different people, right? And so he says, how did you survive? Well, he says that he is the pupil of a squire of a demon killer called Bastille, and he did some good stuff and bad stuff, right? And also that so this guy says that they are demon hunters. They become demon hunters, and people change them, and he lost friends and all that stuff. And he says, "Hey, we're friends now, right? We're not friends. We're brothers for life, yeah, bro." So this guy says, "Hey, let's go because the South Loop is under attack." We think they are heading to the fortress south. The Witch Guard can hold them off until we get there, but we better leave soon. I don't know what they are, what they are looking for. I believe demons, monsters, who knows? And then they all walk in some kind of a town. And then the conversation goes a little bit into the other direction. I'm more like you, storytelling about the topic, about the goal, about, Batman catching Two-Face, right? So 80% of the comic is about telling that particular story, while 20%, 10% is maybe some banter that is not really important, background noise, if you will, right? In this book, what Tony S. Daniel is doing, he is falling into the same trap as is what modern writers are doing, and that is overexposure. With a lot of things that's been mentioned, that's been told, but it's never been important or being used or resolved or even mentioned again. For instance, right? So they are looking, so he says he got a magic compass, so he's looking for a target, right? And then he talks about that these guys are using stolen enchantments. I'm not sure why that is important, but it's been mentioned. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. So he also says, Mascot, we don't want to make ourselves target for poachers. What poachers? Okay, is that important to the story? And even if there are poachers, what would they do? Right? Stuff like that. So he says, what is this place? It started with the refugees, witches who have lived in America for centuries but want no part of the war. You find them in places like this, selling their wares, offering magic for money or enchantments. People take in the freak shows and sometimes partake in a bit of magical deviance. What do you mean? Well, it seems that they constructed game rooms where every desire can be experienced for a hefty price, right? So Greyhounds was known to frequent these game rooms. Coming back to the lid here. So then this guy, hey, you're a demon, right? He says, pray with me, and then he kills him. Why is this in here? So even Rion here doesn't flinch at all. This guy is just killing an innocent guy, and these are his childhood friends, right? Now, I know that people can change through the years because they haven't seen them for a very, very long time. They are pretty messed up. They have suddenly powers or chain into demons. But there is nothing here to root for, if you know what I mean. I'm elaborating that a little bit further down the line. He says, guys, head up, we got eyes upon us. Tell your crew to go. Go where? My compass will do the rest. Okay. You think these game rules drove Greyhound crazy? Heck yeah. So again with the Greyhound. So is this Greyhound or is this Greyhound? I don't know. It's never been, clear to me who is. And why is that important that he has gone crazy? So then this guy is standing from, I don't know, in some kind of an alley. So he says, Greyhound? And he says, no. And he's disappearing because he can be invisible. So how do you not know who Greyhound is? I mean, he is in your fucking team. You should have recognized that although he has a hoodie, if this is the guy, I'm not sure. I'm just making stuff up. You could have told that this is probably not Greyhound. So he's using his compass, froze it, and then the compass leads him to some kind of a portal. And then, oh no, everybody is dead. And he says, what is this place? And that leads us to the next issue. So, and my mind is getting hurt with all of these exposure here, right? So first of all, let's start with the beginning. So he did the same with Noctera. Terrible comic, by the way. Great art. But I think Tony S. Daniel is good for art, but not for storytelling. Because of this. Throwing a lot of things in here does not make good storytelling, because first of all, in the last issue, we go on a mission to free this vampire guy, and then we are already into this battle, right? Then this woman has betrayed the rest. Then suddenly this vampire guy has already been freed, and there is now her daughter that is a monster girl. Did they take the girl with them? Was she also been held captive in that vampire tower or whatever? No, I don't know. Also, these guys totally agree that they are being blackmailed for, hey, we're going to only help you if you will help my daughter as being cursed, instead of, letting her pay for her betrayal, because it easily could have gone south. I mean, first of all, Bastille is already almost dead. She is being sacrificed to the vampires, right? If the plan was, if her plan was succeeding, and she says, "Yeah, I can understand your feelings. I don't." Instead of being real angry and want to try to get revenge, because if her plan was succeeding, this guy would be dead, this guy would be dead, and she would be dead too. Well, undead. But no, they say, yeah, let's part ways and never speak of this again. And they also agree to help this little girl with the curse. I said, fuck it, man. But no. And they are being belittled by an 11-year-old girl. I mean, I would smack her face and teach her some manners. And then we have this weird side plot with this boy that I don't know if it's actually important at all. So the evil guy talks about, hey, this boy will be, I don't know, what's it say? Well, I don't know. He is something, it's something important to the queen or whatever, right? But then we get all these throwing these words in it. Necronema. What is that? I don't know. Why is this boy important? Right? I don't know. He will serve the queen. What queen? Is it the White Queen or is it another queen? Nothing is explained. Why do these governors need to adopt this kid? For what? Does it have powers? I don't know. Nothing is getting explained. So then also about the first wave. What first wave? What is the first wave? I do not know, right? And then he also talks about Necronema again, a Hall of Protections. He is accusing Rion as a mass murderer, although we never seen it in a comic because this is only issue 3. In the last couple of issues, he didn't mass murder anyone. Also, maybe there's some time jumps in here that we didn't see. Is it going to be explained? I don't know. Modern writing is overexposure all the time, and we supposedly, we are. Is this the writer telling us I'm throwing everything at you, so that you think, oh yeah, this is interesting, this is fun, and then it's never been mentioned again, ever. And at the same time, it's just wasting pages, wasting my time. Like I said, the boy, will that come up again? Will this boy will be important in future issues? I don't know. Will this whole storyline about Rion being a mass murderer, will that be fleshed out? I don't think so at all, right? So, and then of course, then this weird banter about this witches, refugees, and offering their services for pleasure and all that stuff. This guy killing an innocent guy, while Rion just stands there and says, "Yeah, okay, that'll happen." And that's what I'm trying to say. There is nobody to root for. So this is the good guy, right? The main guy that's here on the cover. So not Bastille, because this guy is also asking if Bastille is still alive. And then Rion says, well, don't believe everything you heard. So he must be alive then, because he didn't confirm it, right? More questions. So if this is the main guy that you should have been rooting for, shouldn't he said something about his behavior, right? Or that is unacceptable for, his childhood friends killing innocent people. And then we're getting transported to another world where there's more questions. You see what I'm trying to say? There's too much overexposure. Just focus on the main story, and then, do a little bit side missions here. Maybe it feels like some kind of a video game that, you can only progress in the main story if you do go on a side quest, and then I need 10 apples and you need to kill the boss. Otherwise, yeah, you're stuck. And that's what this feels like. One giant computer game doing side quests all the time, because I don't know where this is going. There's too much stuff going on. Guys, let me know what you think about this. Subscribe to my channel and all that YouTube jazz. See you next time. Bye.